Hi, I'm Dave Malesic, and thanks for joining me again at surfnotwork.com. Today, what I'm going to be going through is one of my articles on 5 ways to make your first surf lesson a success. It's one of the first articles I wrote on this site, and I wanted to talk about it. Instead of you just reading the article, I want to try to add some more value, not only to read it, but also get some extras from myself. As I said in the earlier emails, you can find my website at surfnotwork.com. Click on a featured article at the top or the bottom and you'll get to this screen here. So basically, I recall my first surf lesson where I was given a course by my wife, went down to the beach, had a fantastic time, although not perfect, because I thought about, well, there's things that I could have done differently, there's things that the instructors could have done a bit different that would have made my experience all that better. So that's why I've written this article that talks about your first surf lesson. So basically what I want to reiterate is that as you read the article here, it's not just about going to the beach, barreling on your first wave, hanging 10 and just, turning into Kelly Slater after 20 minutes. It's about 30 to 45 minutes sitting on the beach, practicing your stand-up techniques, and this is where you'll make every second in the water count. The more you practice on the beach, the better you will be and the faster you'll be able to stand up. I also talk about accredited surf schools and making sure that you are getting trained by someone that knows how to train people. Just because someone knows how to surf doesn't necessarily mean that they know how to teach. Second point is a package versus a single surf lesson. Sometimes you get better bang for your bucks if you get 5 lessons as opposed to 1. But that also depends on how keen and motivated you are. I wasn't too sure whether I like it, so my wife bought me 1 lesson. Well, in hindsight, she could have bought me 100 lessons and I still would have gone to them all. So play that one by ear, and it also depends on your own budget. Another important factor to consider is the instructor to student ratio. You want to know, are you going to be the only person in the water with the instructor, which would be super, but that's called a private lesson and it's usually quite expensive, or whether there's going to be 20 other people in the class with you. Good thing to consider is because the lower the student ratio, the much better you'll actually learn and be able to surf. The faster you'll be able to stand up, and that's what you want to do. Surfboards. So the size really does matter. When you first start off, you want the biggest, fattest, thickest board you can find. We're not all Kelly Slaters and surfing on a 5'10" fiberglass board. What you want is to find a thick, fat, either Malibu around 9 to 10 foot mark, or a big soft board that you'll probably have in your first lesson. Just make sure that you aim for these. Don't expect to start off on a fiberglass board. And now what to wear basically depends on the conditions and the weather. I highly recommend that if the water is colder, you do go for the wetsuit, because there's nothing worse than sitting there freezing your butt off and not enjoying it. And likewise, if it is hot, don't go for the big fat wetsuit, because you will get too hot, dehydrated, and feel a bit nauseous, as I did on many an occasion. I highly recommend some water, some sun cream, you don't want to get burnt, and the appropriate clothing, either a rash shirt or a wetsuit. Towel, change of clothes, and definitely a sense of humour, because you will go butt up, you will go under the water, and hey, the surfboard might bump into you. So a good sense of humour will go a long way to your surfing ambition, career, obsession, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, that's enough from me. If you've enjoyed what I had to say, if you've got any questions on what I've had to say, please leave a comment below and I will answer all your comments personally or in another article. Thanks very much for joining me today on 5 ways to make your first surf lesson a success at surfnotwork.com. I'm Dave Malesic. Thank you.